hey, we're going to build a 10-story
I'll call
building.
the
They
City of
gotta-
Oak Park Heights Council meeting for
meet our
January 23rd
zoning
to order.
requirements.
First is the
We may
Pledge
not
of
do a building
Allegiance.
inspection, but, right?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next is the approval of the agenda. Is there any additions or changes?
I'll move the agenda.
Second.
Motion by Councilmember Runk, second by Councilmember Liljegren. All in favor? Aye. Next is council staff reports. On the 11th, we interviewed for another finance candidate. Tomorrow I have the Coalition of Utility Cities. Then there's the Minnesota Association Small Cities Board of Directors meeting. On the 6th is the Energy Transition Advisory Commission in Red Wing, which I will be attending. And then the Leadership Conference with the League of Minnesota Cities, I'll be attending that. And then the Regional Council of Mayors. And then I have National League of Cities, Small Cities meeting. And then I have several different meetings with residents and others coming up. That's all I have. Councilmember Doherty.
Yeah, yesterday we had our Parks and Trails Commission meeting, and they held their annual meeting. George Hupner was elected chair, and Tom Thies was vice chair. We also had some conversations about whether or not having meetings every month was the right, or maybe, so anyways, the decision was made if there's no business, it's okay to cancel the meeting, so. And I also will be on the call for the Coalition of Utility Cities tomorrow.
Thank you. Councilmember Johnson.
I don't believe I have anything to report.
Thank you. Councilmember Liljegren.
I attended the Planning Commission meeting in January, and the item that was discussed is under our new business tonight.
Thank you. Councilmember Runk.
I attended the Seton Convention Visitor Bureau meeting this month, and I distributed to the council tonight they recently published their official visitor guide for the year, which they send thousands of these out across the country to people who express an interest in visiting the area. In fact, they send some overseas. Two notes for Oak Park Heights. One would be the fact that there's a very nice picture of the St. Croix River crossing bridge that was taken from the lookout. And also on page 36 and 37, there's a map of the hike and bike and play, and it shows the bike trails, including the bike trails that are in the city of Oak Park Heights. And a particular note would be for the group that's here tonight is in the visitor guide that is sent out to people, they do note that in Valley View Park, there is a mountain bike trail complete with a bike repair station, and a lot of the people that are here tonight are responsible for the building and maintaining of that. So with that, that's all.
Thank you. Next is staff reports. Administrator Wright.
Mayor, Council, just a quick update. Technology in this room, we're still obtaining quotes here as we evaluate potential upgrades to our technology in here. And then 2, we're hoping to get the signage, our nameplates for you all updated as well here soon. So
Thank you.
that's all I had.
Chief Hansen.
Mayor, Council, just a couple of quick things here. One, we have a community outreach event that's coming up here this Thursday, sorry, at the First Presbyterian Church. We'll be assisting with Washington County Social Services, along with several other church parishes from the community on a homeless outreach event called the Pit Stop, the point in time where they try to attempt to obviously get a count of what our Washington County area and specific here, what that is as far as homeless and how can we help them. And so we'll be out there, and that event starts at 9 a.m. and ends at 2 o'clock. Second thing, it's in the consent agenda, but I wanted to definitely acknowledge our appreciation to the Masonic Lodge, the Masonic Charities. They had donated 3 of these new fire suppression tools, and I brought one with tonight so everybody could get a look at it. It's a really neat device that is now entering into service in not just law enforcement, but fire departments as well, as far as like their chiefs that arrive on early. But this is the size of it. It's going to obviously easily fit in our cars. And the advantage is it's like a fire extinguisher on steroids is the easiest way to put it, but much safer and easier. Doesn't deplete oxygen. Can expand up to 5,300 cubic feet. And as far as it's like a grenade, well, not meaning that you have 2 pins to pull on it, and that you had 8 seconds to get it into the building or that area that's got the flames on it. So it's a pretty neat device. The Masonic Lodge gave several of these out to Bayport, PD, Stillwater, Washington County, and they're very supportive. They want to get more so we can get them in as many squads as possible. So, but it's kind of a really cool device. As long as nobody pulls the pin on it in the office, good. We'll trust they work. But those are the 2 items I had for council tonight. Thank
That
you.
was very nice, and you'll be sending them a thank you, I'm sure.
Yep, already working on that. Thank you.
Thank you. Next is Assistant City Administrator Pinsky.
Yes, Mayor and Council, the only item I have for you this evening is the Recycling Award winner, Tom Wahlberg at 5565 Oak Green Avenue North was chosen as our most recent Recycling Award winner.
Thank you. Next is the visitor public comment section, and we have 3 presentations for tonight. So I'm going to preface it first that what we'll do is give the recognitions out first, and then we'll take a short break, and then we can take pictures of the different recipients. So first, Mike, we have a presentation of the state championship win sign to Stillwater Mountain Bike Team. So if the captains or whoever would like to come forward.
Okay, this is, what this is located in Valley View Park at the trailhead for the mountain bike trail, which was constructed and is maintained by these individuals along with the other members of the Saska community, which is the parents and others who support the team. And this is just a reminder of the success that this team has had. This is the 6th time we've had to hand this out. It's been over 7 years, but that's because COVID interfered there. So they actually have won 6 consecutive times. And like I said, we appreciate all the work that you do as student athletes, be involved in this. I believe you're probably the only sport that actually has to build and maintain your practice facility. And we're very proud of what you've accomplished. So give this to somebody there, and somebody else will be responsible. And it is kind of impressive. I know Councilman Littlejohn asked me about it, and I pulled up a picture, and it is rather impressive to see the fact that they got the sign that names that they are the state champions, and then they have now 6 additional placards listing the years that they've won. So congratulations again, and thank you.
Congratulations to all of you, and really proud of all of your accomplishments. And as soon as we get done, we'll make sure that you can all come up here and get a picture, holding your sign, of course. Next is a resolution. Chuck?
Yep.
And Judith, if you could come forward. This is a resolution recognizing the contributions of Judith Cherhart as Oak Park Heights Parks and Trail Commissioner from 2016 to 2023. Whereas Judith Cherhart has served as an appointed member of the Parks and Trails Commission from April 2016 to December 2023. And whereas during her time as a Park and Trails Commissioner, Judith Cherhart served as a vice chairperson and chairperson of the commission. And whereas Judith Cherhart also served as a liaison for the Park and Trails Commission on the King Plan Advisory Panel from 2019 to 2022. And whereas the City Council of the City of Oak Park Heights relies on the recommendations of the Park and Trails Commission to assist in shaping the vision of the city's parks, trails, and recreational opportunities in the city. Now therefore, the City of Oak Park Heights hereby recognizes and commends Judith Cherhart on this distinguished service, her distinguished service to the Parks and Trails Commission and her overall service to the City of Oak Park Heights, and thanks her for her dedication during her appointed term. Adopted by the City Council this 23rd day of January 2024. Judith, thank you so much for all that you've done.
Thank you very much.
And you get to keep your nameplate. We don't have a holder for it, but if they keep falling off, we'll just send it. Then next,
Could we get a motion on that?
okay.
Oh, so moved.
Thank you.
Second.
Motion by Councilmember Johnson, second by Councilmember Doherty. All in favor?
Aye.
Actually, that should have been a roll call, sorry.
Just say, and do we want to make the correction? Does it
Yeah, it
say
says his.
his?
Yeah, Chuck caught me in time for
Okay.
after I printed the packet.
Roll call.
Councilmember Doherty.
Yes.
Councilmember Johnson.
Yes.
Councilmember Liljegren.
Yes.
Councilmember Runk.
Yes.
Mayor McCumber.
Yes. Next, Chief. Okay, we have a resolution recognizing Joe Croft. Where is he? I have my reading glasses on. Resolution recognizing Joe Croft for service on the police department. This is a resolution of the City Council of Oak Park Heights thanking Joe Croft for his years of service with the Oak Park Heights Police Department. Whereas Joe Croft was hired to the Oak Park Heights Police Department as a full-time officer on January 1st, 1993. He was appointed sergeant September 20th, 2022. And whereas Joe Croft served in various assignments within the police department, including patrol, school resource officer, investigator, and sergeant. And whereas prior to joining Oak Park Heights Police Department, Sergeant Croft served as a part-time patrol officer with the City of Bayport. And whereas Sergeant Croft was committed to strengthening the communication between the city's police department and its citizens, was especially known for his efforts to preserve and protect the neighborhoods that make up the City of Oak Park Heights. Will be remembered for his efforts at outreach events to the community and his strong support for and personal connection with all members of the department. And whereas throughout his career, Sergeant Croft demonstrated the utmost professionalism, ability, and integrity, winning the unbridled respect and admiration of his colleagues, fellow officers, and a grateful public. Whereas Sergeant Croft retired from Oak Park Heights Police Department effective January 22nd, 2024. Now therefore be it resolved that the Council of the City of Oak Park Heights, Minnesota, on behalf of its citizens, expresses its profound appreciation to Joe Croft for 31 years of diligent service to this community. Now therefore be it resolved that the City Council wishes Joe Croft a happy, healthy, and enjoyable retirement. Thank you for everything. And that's Joe's collection from over the years. It's quite impressive.
Nice heavy display. I'm gonna say a few words. Come on over here.
Don't break it.
How are you? It gets it. Okay, so just I'd like, first of all, Joe, say thank you so much for your commitment to this city, the residents, the area. Joe and I have known each other for the past 28 years. We've worked together. You know, it's been an awesome ride with you, Joe. I wish we could stay working together longer.
Right.
You're going to be truly missed here, no doubt about it. Your efforts with the community are unmatched. As far as a quick example, Joe was singing songs with the residents at Botwell, you know, just a month ago, for cops to sing, number one. But it truly is something that's it's such a great example to our younger officers, Joe. Your commitment and your hard work ethic and your leadership, it's fantastic, and it's a real pleasure to work with you, Joe, over the last 28 years. You know, there's we're just going to we're going to miss you every day, especially when our computer system crashes, because you know everybody for the past 31 years. And just so you know, you're tied for first place for the longest reigning as far as continuous 31 years. So with the department, that's a long haul.
Wow.
So,
I
awesome.
appreciate all the council, past and present, cities, or the residents. Without them, I had positive contact every day. That's good.
I was always impressed with you when you'd be on patrol and you'd stop and talk to the kids, stop and talk to neighbors. They're at their mailbox, taking their garbage out. You just always made that extra effort, and it was so much appreciated.
Thank you. I appreciate working here. Everybody's good.
Well, I told you, nobody leaves. They have to retire. So all the younger officers, sorry you're here for a while.
Awesome. Congratulations, Joe.
Welcome. No more
I'll move
do.
the resolution.
Okay.
Second.
Motion by Councilmember Liljegren, second by Councilmember Doherty.
Councilmember Doherty?
Yes.
Councilmember Johnson?
Yes.
Councilmember Liljegren?
Yes.
Councilmember Runk?
Yes.
Mayor McCumber?
Yes. Then what we'll do is take maybe 5 to 10 minutes break so that we can get pictures, so you can have pictures with everything. Why don't we have Joe come first, since you're already up here. Yeah, well, wait, we're gonna have council in the back and so that they can. Right. Thanks. And then I don't know if you want the rest of these officers to come in. Everybody. Okay.
I can help you out.
Let's have our officers come up with Joe. Or you want to take one first by yourself?
Yeah, I think that'd be good with the
Okay.
council.
Should I just move?
Get cozy.
Well, yeah. But it's just a little.
Say cheese.
Maybe I should put my picture.
Okay.
Someone mechanism where it doesn't have to be going forward.
Say cheese. You got her picture.
Officers?
It's clumsy.
Sure. Whoever shared. Whatever officers that are here.
I mean, it is what it
Sean
is.
just stepped outside for a minute to look at.
Okay, well, you're here.
You want to sit, Joe?
We discussed
You
this
want to
on
go away?
Facebook radio.
Okay.
We can get you in.
Yes.
You should be in the photo too. Come
Sandy?
closer, guys. Sandy, you should be in the photo. Yeah, she should be in the photos. This is not for sure. I was here. Say cheese, Brooke.
No, that's it. Yeah.
Cheese.
Sandy, why don't you jump in and get Sean in the back with you?
Yeah.
Thank you.
And it's pretty clear to talk with Scott. It's like
I'm not the
they gotta
business,
give
no.
Anything,
Well-
I think, like.
Sure.
All right, man. What the area is.
Mr. Doherty, find a window, there we go.
So I chatted with them and they're just like, they were fine about it, but it's just like, hey, we've been working on this for 40 years.
Wonderful. Anybody else?
One with you and then one with.
Railroad to sign off on
Yes.
it.
Sneak out.
You gotta show me how you're examining it. So I sent him some codes, some statute, and I read it.
Say cheese.
It doesn't look like you are.
Pretend you're happy.
I'll send it to our guy.
Grab it. Get the flags in there.
I mean, I don't know if this is.
Sarge, you need your flag and somebody to see that.
You know, I just.
I'm gonna grab his,
You better take this
How'd you go back?
like 40 pounds.
Share the picture.
That's what the code says. I'm sorry, but I'm
Say cheese.
not gonna deviate if the zoning code says
You're good.
it's
That's a good one.
Hold up a little bit higher, Joe.
public
Do
hearing
your thing
process,
right.
okay?
Awesome.
Good job.
Thank you, everybody. Congratulations.
I'm taking them home now.
You're retired. Thank you very much.
Joe, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yes, of course.
You know, which house, like, do we want to get in?
Thank you. Thank you. Judith?
Yeah.
Come forward.
We got our Union Pacific. He's probably been working on this whole career, you know? And then a young guy who's kind of taking it. Dude, I hate to say that, but Joe is crazy. Wow. It's time for me to retire. But yeah, I mean, there's some concern just about. Thank you. Thank you. Just trash. Take care of it.
Kind of simple conditions.
Thank you, Judith. Now the mountain biking team, come on up.
And I imagine it could be busy. And there's probably
Backing into each other.
yeah.
Oh, very good. Is my hands off a little bit? Just Here, I'll go by Daddy.
Okay, you go by Dad. That's too weird.
Gonna see, somebody got the sign?
Are you holding the sign? Does somebody have it? Yeah. Okay, good.
Christina wasn't really helpful with that employment question that I sticking something in there. It's good.
One more. Cheese.
So.
Congratulations.
Sounds great. Thank you. I'm looking forward to talking with you. Yes.
There's someone that
So this one, so I can call this person Betty at work. We're not to the finalist part yet. And then there's this interim of, you know, needing some assistance.
Check and see if we're on.
Maybe we were never on. I'm trying to get back. You're not ready yet, are you?
Give it a second.
Good.
I'll call the Oak Park Heights council meeting back to order. We just had presentations. It was very nice for all the service of our mountain biking team, our Officer Croft, and Judith Cherhart as commissioner from our Park and Trails Commission. So we're still in the visitor public comment section. This is a time if anyone would like to come forward and talk about anything that they would like council to hear.
We need name and address.
Jim Kramer, 5475 Oak Green Place North. Mayor, council members, staff. I just am here on behalf of our neighbors in the area, and we'd like to thank all of you who had a part in getting rid of the eyesore on Oak Green. The fence has been built around it, and it is stellar, and we are very, very appreciative. I know I hassle you when I want you to do something, and so thank you very, very much, all of you, for any part you played in getting our eyesore screened. Thank you.
Well, thank you. So next we'll move on to the consent agenda, which is approved bills and investments, check 70230 to 7020289 for a total of $504,900. $54,569.20. Approve city council minutes from January 9th, 2024. Approve 2024 native landscapes and Red Rock Fire for the prairies at Swagger and Valley View Parks. Appoint Mayor McCumber and Councilmember Doherty as long-range transportation planning process. Approve final payment to Eureka Construction Incorporated for Norrell Avenue improvements. Designate finance director as business administrator for electronic fund transfers. And approve resolution authorizing receipt of donations of 3 fire suppression tools from St. John Lodge number 1.
I'll move the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
Motion by Councilmember Runk, second by Councilmember Doherty. Jake, roll call.
Councilmember Doherty.
Yes.
Councilmember Johnson.
Yes.
Councilmember Liljegren.
Yes.
Councilmember Runk.
Yes.
Mayor McCumber.
Yes. We have no public hearings for tonight, and we have no old business. So move on to Take 5 Oil Change, Plan Unit Development, 60th Street North and Kruger Lane. Scott.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. We do have a application from Jarman Development. It's constructed Take 5 oil change at 60th Street North and Kruger Lane. It's within the Oak Park Heights retail development that was done back in 2016. It's a request for a plan unit development general plan, final plat of Brackey 5th edition. Additional use permits still out for minor repair, including oil changes and for parking, as well as site plan and design standards review. Interestingly enough, when the development was first created, this was platted as an outlot. You cannot develop outlots. That has to be replatted, and so they have proposed that. And there was a stipulation placed on Menards that they could not allow development until June 30th of 2024. There was no prohibition against them going through the development approval process, so they'll hold on a development until after that date, essentially July 1st. So with that, really no issues with the comp plan. Is designated as commercial. Zoning is B2 General Business District. Setbacks are all met. I've covered the subdivision. Access would come from within the development. There wouldn't be direct access to adjacent streets. They've designed it well so that there's a bypass lane, plenty of stacking. Overall, the site plan for the development looks good. Parking is also a little bit over, again, requiring that conditional use permit under new requirements. Lee Mann has reviewed the drainage and utilities. Again, no major issues with that. Detail items, really not much. They had requested 2 wall signs on both the east and west elevations. Interestingly enough, the original development approvals for the development stated that only 1 sign would be allowed per facade in this plan unit development, and we want to make that consistent. The Planning Commission agreed with that, and the developer did not have an issue with allowing just the 1 sign per facade, so they'll meet the sign requirements with that. Overall, the building looks good. There is a building materials board over on that wall. Again, quality construction with brick, adequate glass, and some fairly decent variety in the facade and the roof line. With that, the Planning Commission recommended approval with a public hearing, and we do have Tyler here from the Planning Commission. Jim is just leaving. He's from the Planning Commission, and we do have a representative of the developer also tonight. Any questions?
I'll make a motion for approval.
I'll second.
Are there any questions for Scott? Looks good. Motion by Councilmember Doherty, second by Councilmember Johnson. Jake.
Councilmember Doherty.
Yes.
Councilmember Johnson.
Yes.
Councilmember Liljegren.
Yes.
Councilmember Runk. Yes. Mayor McCumber.
Yes. And then we have set work sessions in February. Jacob.
Mayor, council, have a fair amount of items here that staff would like to connect with the council on in a work session environment. Just wondering what your availability is here. The first meeting in February, we're probably going to need a couple work sessions to go through them. Just kind of highlighting them quickly here, the items. And we may not be able to get to all these, but we've got on here King Plant, reviewing options for spending public safety funds, reviewing potential residential speed limit reduction, finance services proposals, finance director position, fire study, which is being completed by Matrix Consulting, utility extension policy, wanted to review that, and then finally, if we have information to potential technology upgrades of the quotes for this room here. And so just wanted to have you review your calendars. If all these are ready to be discussed, it's obviously more than an hour meeting, so I want to get your feedback.
And I may have some more for you after a couple of meetings this week, so.
We can add to
One
it.
of them is with the small cities, and then the other one is the Coalition of Utility Cities, because they received some information from the Department of Revenue that's going to affect us, so we'll find out more about that tomorrow.
So what are we thinking, 5 o'clock work session before the next 2 meetings in February?
Yeah.
That was the plan?
And I would suggest that we maybe put it on the agenda that we will start, the council meeting as soon as the work session is done, in case we go 5-10 minutes over.
Yep.
If we're done early, that's great.
I would have a problem getting on the meeting on the 27th, getting here early, because I have a tourism conference in Rochester, and I'm not sure what time that gets done, but I know it's going to be rushing to get back by 6, so.
Would it make sense for us to do at our next meeting a 5 o'clock work session? We start approximately around 6, and then we finish our meeting and go back to work session and just have a couple, by chance? It'd be a longer meeting, but.
That works for me.
It works for me. I mean, we could schedule it and then see where we're at, but, but we
Yeah,
don't.
see what we have left.
Yeah, but.
Just for now, why don't we go ahead and schedule it for, on the 13th, that we have it at 5 o'clock.
Yep.
Then go to
Yep.
our council meeting, and then go back to work session.
Yes.
And then if necessary, we can have the work session following the council meeting on the 27th, so that it's on the calendar.
Yeah, that works for staff, because like I said too, I mean, these all might not be ready for us to go over, but I'm sure we'll have some that we'll want to talk to you about. And so we'll see how far we get at the 5 p.m. start time.
Right. But if the after work session, I don't think we want to stay here till midnight
Yeah.
to get through everything.
Come on, we haven't done that yet.
In a while, yeah.
It's been a while.
I've never experienced one, so.
You're very fortunate. Your eyes kind of glaze over, and after 10 o'clock, you really don't make really good decisions. So is there a motion to go with that schedule?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Councilmember Liljegren, second by Councilmember Johnson. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Next, are there any other council items or announcements? And if not, is there a motion to adjourn?
Second.
Motion by Councilmember Runk, second by Councilmember Johnson. All in favor?
Aye.
Thanks, everyone.